And I'll also... Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back again with our friend from Frisco, Texas, Jenessa McKray, our nurse practitioner and owner of Frisco Body Contouring and Weight Loss. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Feeling extra pep in my step. I feel like we're getting through January. February's here, the real lull, and it's like time again for the better weather and getting out more. What about yourself?
Not here. It is raining and overcast, and I was supposed to have some golf lessons today, but instead they got canceled. So I'm ready for this good weather.
Wow. So
everybody hates the Texas heat, but I love it.
And I mean, I know aren't you also a basketball player too?
Yeah, I used to back in the day.
And golfers. Clearly you're an athlete. Golfing too. And fascinating. Look at you.
Yes, I love golf. Golf is so related to our mind, right? So you can win in the game of golf. You can win in the game of life, basically. You have to control your mindset, which is how business is such a part. Because you're one-on-one. Any other team sport, anything else, even in business, you have a team. Golf, it's you against the course. So
yeah, and that's why I'm not a golfer, I guess, but I know a lot of successful people are, and business executives. You're lucky I get through mini golf with my kids. Maybe one day I'll find passion in that, and I'll actually try it.
But you got to find what you're passionate about.
No, well, good for you. Thank you for sharing. And I know, with your expertise and your background, you're helping so many with their bodies. And, athleticism includes your body, golf, your body, your mind, and, the way we look and feel from the inside out. Could you talk a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Oh, 100%. So, Jenessa McKray, if you haven't listened to the podcast before, I own Frisco Body Contouring and Ageless Wellness. And what it is it's not just about body contouring, but the better you feel, the better you look, the more confidence you have. I was just talking to some former clients or some clients that just left. I was like, yeah, I've had a lady that's one of my clients that's been with me for over a year. She's lost over 100 pounds and she used to just be so feisty. And even though she's still feisty, you see her confidence build and you see this nice, calm spirit about her. So the younger we feel internally and the younger we feel outernally, I think we just start to exude it onto other people. So
thank you. And how do we
a bunch of different body contouring services here. Frisco Body Contouring .com, and then our telephone number is 469-476-1016.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And with all you do with body contouring, weight loss, exosomes, there's a lot. And you're helping people, customize their own plan for themselves. I mean, let me just mention weight loss since it's the first thing that came to mind. What are you doing to help people with weight loss nowadays? I mean, things have changed. Obviously, diet, exercise are good, but there's other things that can help, right?
100%. Obviously, we use the tirzepatide. And it's one of those, tirzepatide is Mounjaro. It's a GLP-1 that a lot of people are familiar with. It helps with inflammation. So there's research studies that show long-term. I'm sure it's going to help with dementia and Alzheimer's. There's a couple that are starting to come out. But we have a lot of women whose joint pain gets better. So not only do they lose weight, but they just start to feel better. We try to keep it simple here. I think that as women, we try to overdo stuff, and then our cortisol levels raise and our stress raise and everything else. So just keep it protein high, water high, sugar low. And that's something where you're not going to rebound from a diet, but it's a lifestyle change. And so you don't have to meal prep 6 times a day. You don't have to do all these crazy things. If you want to have your Oreo cookie, eat your Oreo cookie. Just don't eat the entire bag of Oreo cookies.
Well, how does it work? What is it doing to the body? And how new of a drug is this? Because, I think about Oprah, right? And I know years she battled with weight, and you watch what she went through for all these years. And now she's not crediting the certain drugs she's using, but that along with different choices in her life, she's doing well. But clearly this type of medication is helping. What have we discovered about it? You're the nurse practitioner with all the expertise. So I'm going to ask you, what is it doing to our body? Thank you.
As much as it's a drug, I don't even consider it a drug because it's a natural peptide our body produces. So it produces a GLP-1 in our brain that basically tells us we're not as hungry. It also helps with the inflammation. So we're already naturally producing it. Some of us don't produce enough of it. So that's why it helps with inflammation. Unlike semaglutide, that I don't think helps with inflammation as well and has a lot of side effects, we only use tirzepatide unless cost is an issue. So in my opinion, it regulates the hormone imbalance. There's not enough studies that are out there for that yet. Regulates your blood sugar. So almost like putting our body back to like this homeostasis. And that's kind of what we all need to get to in order to lose weight in the first place. But it just cuts down that hunger hormone, right? There's even studies that show that like alcoholics can get off alcohol from it. People can stop smoking tobacco.
I heard the other day about anxiety.
Oh, I believe that.
I have a lot of anxiety.
We eat because we're anxious, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now these drugs, though, they are not covered from insurances, correct?
Not from us. I mean, you can obviously get them covered. We use a compounding pharmacy. When it's compounded, it's not truly FDA approved. And we do not go through insurance, no.
Got it. All right. Wow. So weight loss is a big thing. And when you're helping people with weight loss, what you have to monitor them along the way, correct?
Yeah, they come in weekly. So I see them for the initial visit, whether it be a telemedicine visit unless I'm here. And then my staff has them come in once a week. We weigh them. There's a lot of people that will just send them home with the drug and you lose them. They underdose themselves. They overdose themselves. So we have them come in weekly. We act as their accountability partner because sometimes it's not the drug. Like, let's talk about what you're doing outside of here. Are you really drinking your water? Are you eating your protein? So they're not just using this drug as a crutch for everything in life.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank you. You can contact them at Frisco Body Contouring for more information on helping with weight loss. And, I still feel it's like the new year. And this is what everyone wants. They want to look better. They want to lose weight. And the ones that have lost the weight, they still need help. We all need help. And body contouring is one of the other big things that you do as well. And could you share a little bit about, that part of it and how you're working with people?
Yeah, of course. They call it the infamous semaglutide SAG. I'm sure that you've heard about that.
No, wait, say it again.
Key phrase. Oh, you haven't?
What is it?
Semaglutide SAG.
No.
So basically, all these women and people put them on too high of a doses, and then they get addicted to it, and they stop eating, and then they lose so much weight, and they've lost so much muscle that their skin starts to sag. So they call it the semaglutide SAG.
Got it.
So we're here for that. If that's happened to you. We use a combination therapy of usually red light radio frequency. And because you've lost so much muscle, we'll use our M-Sculpt Neo to help build abs, to build glutes, and then talk about the protein that you need to eat in the meantime.
Why would anyone want to go to the gym again if there's machines like this? I mean, honestly, right? I mean, how many thousands of sit-ups do you get from this M-Sculpt Neo?
20,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually did my abs this morning. Then a half an hour. Yeah. I actually had one of our reps come in the other day for, he does our lasers. He's like, I'm going to stop by. And I was like, are you going to bring food? Because I don't want you to just stop by without bringing food. So anyways, not the best, but we ordered some burgers. And he was like, how do you guys stay so skinny? I was like, dude, cheat the system. I do the M-Sculpt Neo at least once a week.
As you're eating, you're like, what do? Hook up the machine. How often are you supposed to do that? Let's just say for the abs, by the way.
Once every 5 to 7 days. We like 7 days because it's tearing down the muscles so much that you need to rebuild those muscles.
All right, good to know. And that's also working on what other parts of the body?
You can work pretty much anywhere. You can work your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes. Sorry, they're doing a surprise out there. One of my employees is pregnant, so they're surprising one of our clients.
You're missing it? Oh, no. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I heard it. I was like, what's that gunshot? Anyways, you can do the biceps, triceps. There's even a functional medicine program. So I had one of our clients came in today. He's like, oh man.
You put it on the same time, the bicep, tricep. It's like, is it go around it? Like,
you can do the same day, but its body parts are done separately. So you do the bicep and the tricep.
Got it. 2 separate sessions.
So you lift them both at the same, 2 separate sessions. So you'll be here for an hour.
Got it. All right. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, no, you're fine. We even had one of our clients come in today. He's like, oh, my back, I woke up and it hurts. And I was like, oh, put this on there. So the M-Sculpt Neo now has a functional medicine program where you can put on any part of the body and it promotes blood flow to the tissues. And by the time he was done, the knot was gone, the pain was gone. He was like, ooh, I can go do the elliptical now.
Oh my gosh. I love
it. So it does a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what other things at Frisco, at Body Contouring, are you using?
Oh, for the SAG? We use MP squared, which is radio frequency. We love red light. Red light is not only relaxing, but it helps to tighten the collagen, helps to lose the weight, and it also helps with pain and inflammation. So we're in the process of getting some red light masks that you can wear all while you do some therapy too, and then even take them home with you, because red light's great for collagen.
What is, I told you, I think I told you, I bought like a red light helmet thing for my hair to try to help with hair growth. Not really working. But you hear, and then you can go on Amazon, you can buy wands of red light. How do you know what you're buying? Clearly, it's not good enough to be. It's got to be like, from a place like you. But what are the things it helps with? I heard someone say that red light can help you see again. I don't know if I would put a red light in my eye. Red light. But I don't know. It can help fix your vision. Is that true?
I wouldn't doubt it. I think red light's really honestly a miracle worker in my opinion. But you have to get the red light, right? So just like anything, it's got to make sure it's medical grade. There's research studies behind it. People have gotten good results, and you got to look at the wavelength. That there's near infrared light, there's infrared light, all tons of different things. But yeah, make sure you're getting it from accredited source, not Amazon. Not that I don't love Amazon, but
and could
not
you
as credited
red
for
light
something
therapy
like that.
for your teeth too?
I don't know. Have you heard that?
Yes, I have. That's why I'm like, but again, I'm not knowledgeable in this at all. I pretend not to. I don't know anything. I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not. But yeah, I heard that red light's uses to white teeth now too. Maybe I'm wrong.
Really? I haven't heard that. I know that it does help like post procedure. Like, so if you've had like, you need to have jaw pain or inflammation within there, I know that you can use that for red light, but I didn't know it can whiten your teeth.
Wow. All right. Thank you. All right. What other machines do we have to discuss here today?
I love the face. So I'm biased because I think your face will tell a lot about your age, right? And that's why women hate their necks. Like my mom's always like, hold my neck back in pictures so you can't see all her wrinkles, so it makes her look younger. But I think that there's so many ways around it. What?
Oh, no, but about wrinkles. That we all have wrinkles. How do you fix them? Oh, my gosh, the crow's feet. Do we need the Botox? But how do you fix it? I mean, you can't fix everything, can you? Can you just implant collagen? Can you can put like filler or Botox there, but like, how do you really get rid of wrinkles? Can you? Can we really reverse the age of time, or we just slow it down?
I think you can reverse the age of time and slow it down. I mean, you're not going to look like you're 12 again, but you can definitely reverse the age of time naturally. And it all depends on the look you're going for. Obviously, fillers, it's a different look. Fillers can stay in your face for a long time. There's studies that show that even like 10 years after they were implanted, plastic surgeons will go and they'll still see remnants of it. So it depends on what route you're going. M-Face is coming out with they have the same device we have for the M-Face, but it's actually little things that go around your eyes for the crow's feet. So I'm super excited to use those. Hopefully they'll be out in the next couple of months. But it uses radio frequency and it just goes right around our eyes to stimulate that collagen. At the end of the day, it's collagen.
Got it. And how do we get collagen into our body, right? Because we're losing it as we age, but is there really a way we can get into our body? I've heard about taking over-the-counter pills for collagen. No, a lot of the machines you're using are stimulating growth. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's why like red light stimulates the growth of collagen. Microneedling helps to stimulate the elastins, the fibroblasts that help to create more collagen. And then also internally, I think colostrum's good. And then any type of other collagen, as long as it's a good collagen with a small molecule your body can digest.
And what are the best machines that you're using for the face to stimulate that collagen?
My triple threat is I start with the M-Face, and you can do these all the same day, which is awesome. You start with the M-Face, you do microneedling with radio frequency, and then you end up with the ultra laser, which helps with skin pigmentation and kind of like is an overall resurfacing look.
Aww. Well,
and then top it off with exosomes.
Back to the exosomes. After we tell everyone how we reach you, go for it again.
469-476-1016. And our website is friscobodycontouring.com.
Beautiful. Exosomes. Heard of that. Heard about stem cells. What is the difference? Where are we getting them from? What are they doing? And how do we use them?
So you get them from placenta amniotic fluid. You also get them from Morton's jelly. So I like to call them the baby stem cells. Obviously, everybody knows about the PRP facials. Those are very popular. They still are, but especially back in the day, PRP is using your own plasma. So whatever we're putting back into our face is as old as we are. These we're getting directly from placenta amniotic fluid. which is why I like to call them the baby stem cells, with tons of regenerative factors, growth factors, anti-aging benefits.
Don't understand that, like, when, as far as where you're able to put it, where, in the body it goes, and tell me exactly where we could put these exosomes specifically.
So honestly, you can put them everywhere.
I know IV you could, but you said it'll go to where you, right? But you're putting them, say I have arthritis in my hands. Say I have a deep smile lines here. Like, we're putting it in the exact injection spot. You'll inject it in with like a needle?
You can. Technically, again, it's not FDA approved to inject it with a needle, but once you've put in pores from microneedling or a laser, you've opened up the pores of the skin, so you can let those exosomes soak into the skin topically.
Got it. That is fascinating.
I love them IV.
And where do you get them from? Like, where do they come from? The baby, the placenta? Explain it to us.
They come from an accredited lab, so it's all, make sure that it's FDA approved lab, and they're manufactured and sourced in a facility, and you got to make sure that you get the right one. So they'll go through almost like a blood bank processing system to make sure that there's no other bloodborne pathogens or diseases within them.
I mean, and being that you're in the field, are people donating their placentas and stuff, or they just have the right to take them at the hospital and they send them to these places? Like, how does that work?
I believe they're donating them. One of the companies that I use, they have to make sure that, like, if the woman doesn't have any type of tattoos, they have like a huge list, and I'm not sure if they pay them for them or if they've donated them, but whoever these women are, I appreciate them. That's all I know, because I love them.
I know I did like the banking of my, I don't know what you call it at this point when I had the kids. I banked not my placenta. I banked my stem cells, my something. They said to save them. What is that? Yeah,
so you can go and use them for your face.
Come on,
anti-aged ready right now.
Send them back.
I don't know how much.
I
don't know how much they can extract them, but I know that a lot of women take them and they put them in pill form and then they
eat them.
Their placenta afterwards. Yeah,
just like when my cat had kittens a few weeks ago. That's what they're supposed to do. That's normal. And then I think people gave. Oh, that was like a Kim Kardashian thing, right? People were thinking she was gross for doing that after one of her kids, but it's like that's what you're supposed to do technically. Okay.
Yeah, technically. And that's why all these stars are aging backwards. Mm-hmm. You know, they have
they have the secret to the success, and a lot of them do also have the best plastic surgeons. Just saying.
It does help. That does help.
But I'm sure they're doing all of these things to help their bodies stay amazing and keep their cells regenerated, right?
Yeah, and an optimal, obviously, performance all the time. So,
just random question. I know this is not in your practice today, but do exosomes help fight disease?
Yeah, there's been research studies that show that it can reverse almost like kidney function, Alzheimer's, dementia. I think it's going to be definitely a lot more of it coming out in the next couple of years. But yeah,
wow. All right. Well, what other...
Parkinson's is huge too, because a lot of people deal with Parkinson's, and I think when you catch it early on and start to deliver these, it really helps. So.
Wow. All right. Well, also there's plenty of other services that you offer, and I know we've talked about some of the other machines, the Cocoon, the Venus Bliss. Which one in particular do you want to, kind of dive into? Probably it's great to use all of them together. Or the Balancer Pro is another one, right?
I was going to actually talk. I haven't talked too much about the Balancer Pro, but the Balancer Pro is great. Very relaxing. We do it for all our consults. So typically it's like $199 for an hour, but when you're here for a consult, we just put you in it. You'll have to pee afterwards, and it's very telling. If you're not hydrated, we can tell, because if you're done with a 40-minute session and you're not going to the bathroom, we know you're not drinking water, because it flushes out all those toxins and makes you have to pee.
Wow.
So,
oh my gosh.
Great at preventing people from getting sick too, or when you start to get sick. There's a Jack Mill, drain your upper lymph nodes, or just allergies. I've had a lot of people come in and they're like, oh my gosh, I have a sinus headache. I'm like, oh, just go get in the jacket real quick. And as soon as they're done, they're like, oh my gosh, it's gone. Or it's like at a 1 or a 2. It's barely there. So we just don't realize how much our lymphatic system does for us.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And what about when you're doing like the Cocoon, isn't that like a lymphatic massage at the same time, or no?
Yeah, that also does lymphatic massage, and then it's got a red light and a laser. Helps shrink the fat cells, but it also stimulates the collagen, so it can help with tightening of the skin as well. Have you done one yet? You got to go do one up there in New York.
No, I have not. And I said I saw someone that does it. I need to reach out and do it. Right now I'm doing the M-Sculpt for my stomach and for my butt. Not M-Sculpt knee.
Oh, you did do it?
But yeah, I started that. And I want to do my arms. That's why I was curious. Is it like one or two? That. And I've done that in the past. And great results. But then I stop. And then it just like, it's an upkeep thing, right? And yeah. So
you got to either do it in the gym or... We have like monthly memberships. So once you've completed our package, you can choose from one of the services every single month.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Always upkeep. There's always upkeep in life, unfortunately.
I know. And that's why you're so lucky to be you, because you own all the machines. Now, let's talk about the clientele coming in. Let's talk about some of your clients. Give me some testimonials about what they're saying, and men and women too, by the way. Don't forget men. Yes, too.
Oh, I love my men. I just love our clients. I think that because of the culture we've created here, you can see that we've attracted those type of clients. Like I said, we're doing a surprise for one of our clients and did a gender reveal for them. And then, she brought a gift for the baby. So it just goes to show that we're not just your typical med spa, but we really care about our clients and they love the results they're getting and just continue to come back. Whenever we have Christmas parties, one of the reps, actually, she's like, I've never seen so many people support a business. It's just it's unusual to come to a party and see how much support you have. So,
yeah. Oh my gosh. And now this is great stuff. I'm loving what you do. Clearly, everyone loves what you do. Now, as a nurse practitioner, the extensive experience you have as well when you're working with people. Now, I know there's more to your team there, right? Are you the one that does, the whole overall consultations with people or that's if they're coming for more of a wellness treatment? And what is that process? Because, do we have to do blood work to start some of these treatments?
Not necessarily, because we don't do a lot of hormone things. A lot of times I can look at the blood work from their PCP. But I only do the tirzepatide. Other than that, my staff is trained and qualified in putting together a treatment plan. And half the time they're training me on what I should be doing. So I'm only here for the name and I'm only here for the tirzepatide. So other than that, my girls are awesome.
Awesome. And then you also have this thing, it's some type of body scan, right? So we can come in, get a scan to track our progress. What is that one called? Because that's something I've never heard of.
Yeah, that's the STICU. So the STICU will do an entire 360 body scan with infrared light. It'll show you all of your measurements, your lean muscle mass, your body, your subcutaneous fat. So they'll go over all that with you during the consultation process.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. And what about a brain tap? What's that?
Yeah. Brain tap, because so many of these thoughts, whether it be anxiety, depression, all these thoughts that hinder us from losing weight are all in our subconscious mind. And so it talks to your subconscious mind and kind of tells you, I'm a badass at the end of the day. And that's what it kind of embeds into your head instead of embedding all these other thoughts. They're like, I can never lose weight. I'm always going to be overweight. I'm always going to be fat. So we're just trying to create a new brain weight. Yeah.
I don't think we ever talked about that. And then I'm on a different section of your website, and there's also some other add-ons, Energy Bits, Orthomolecular. What's this?
And Energy Bits are spirulina, which helps with energy, obviously. And then Orthomolecular is a very good product that we use for their supplements. So they have a good collagen. We also use Quicksilver Scientific. I think we need to update our website on that, but I really like Quicksilver Scientific. So got to heal yourself from the inside and out. So supplements are key, but you just don't want to always take too many of them, and you want to take the right one. So
yeah. All right. And how do you know what's what? Because people are taking supplements from, I take my vitamins, I buy them at Costco, and then I talk to people like, you shouldn't be buying your vitamins at Costco. That brand is not good. And I'm like, how do I really know? How do you know?
Usually it depends on obviously where you're getting them from, and make sure it's a reputable source with lots of research studies. We use Quicksilver Scientific, which they have absorbed through our mouth, and you're able to get the most benefits of this vitamin or nutrient or supplement, whatever you're taking. Sometimes we don't have good gut health, so if we take it orally, we just don't absorb them nearly as well. But yes, I would not recommend Costco, even though I do love Costco, but their vitamins probably aren't the best.
I know. I buy like the big calcium with the D3, whatever, because they say you're on the verge of having osteopenia. And so I buy the big pink and white jar, and I'm like, oh, this is good, right? And then I talk to someone who does like vitamins, like a pharmacist, and they're like, oh, no, it doesn't have this, that, that. You got to look at the other ingredients. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh, well, women out there.
It definitely can be a lot.
Yeah. And just one thing I think a lot of women suffer with, and it's cellulite. What at your facility helps with cellulite? And what is cellulite even?
Yeah, cellulite. It's these fatty deposits. They oftentimes get trapped kind of in our lymphatic system. Cellulite is one thing that you definitely need to upkeep. It's not something that just goes away. Usually has a tendency to come back. So you want to watch for it and say, oh yeah, I can see it starting to creep back up, and just continue maintenance so you don't have to do the whole shebang from the beginning all over again. But yeah, we do a lot of like lymphatic balancer pro. The iCune is great for that. And then sometimes it's building muscle there and decreasing the fat. And so the less fat you have, the better that helps as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here today, chatting with us as always, helping us look better, feel better, live our best lives. That's what it's all about. Reach out, friscobodycontouring.com. Tell them we sent you. Call for your consultation. Yes. And you do virtual consultations as well, right?
Yes, we do.
All right.
In person is the best when it comes to body contouring, but if it's for any type of weight loss injection, yes, we do.
All right.
Virtual.
Jenessa McKray, thank you so much.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Jill.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.